It's been a busy day, politically speaking, in Ghana, where Ghanaians are voting. At the moment, it's 11:15 this morning, and I'm being joined by analyst on Awake TV, Worlanyo Nyonator from Accra, Ghana. Frank, good to have you join me on the show. Quickly, tell us...
Yeah, thank you. Good to have you.
Yeah, tell us how the elections are going at the moment in Ghana.
I should say that the election so far since this morning has been very fine. It's been going nicely. I've visited a lot of polling stations myself, and I observed that voting has been very smooth. I should say that this election is going to go down in Ghana's history as one of the most competitive elections, because the current president is seeking a re-election to stay in power. The former president is seeking to come back, and the stakes have been very high, especially the last 2 weeks, in terms of campaigning, in terms of trying to galvanize their bases to vote for them. So far, it's been very good. But I also want to put on record that probably this might be one of the worst elections in the history of Ghana, and probably one of the last we ever see, because of there's too much tension. There's tension. You drive through town, the traffic is very low. People are staying at home. So I'm not too sure if we are going to record the high levels of numbers that we've seen in our previous elections. But so far, we've not had too much issues. I happen to run into the daughter of the late former president of Ghana, Jerry John Rawlings, the late Jerry John Rawlings, the daughter who is an MP, who is also seeking re-election. And one of the issues that she raised with me was that somebody was allowed to vote twice. We had an
let me comment here, Frank, quickly, because your concerns range from a low turnout, and you also you're worried about someone who's alleged to have voted more than once. Now, let's look at the pandemic. Can this be attributed to COVID-19 that has made quite a number of people to sit back at home instead of coming out to cast their ballot?
Okay. In terms of the protocols, I should say that voters are observing all the centers that I've been to. Voters are observing the protocols, and they are administering it very strictly. So when you get there, if you don't have your face mask on, we do not allow you to join the queue. You must have your face mask on. You wash your hands, and then they sanitize your hands. Then you join the queue before you are issued a ballot paper. This is about probably one of the largest number of presidential candidates that we have had running for presidency since 1992. There are about 12 candidates on the ballot paper. And so currently, we are no more a 10-region country. We are about 16-region country now. So all 16 regions, voting is taking place. In some places, even within the capital, voting delayed because ballot materials did not get to some of those areas early enough. But
at the end of it all, Frank, sorry to cut in there again. Do you also see these, going like a two-horse race between the incumbent president and former President John Mahama?
Yes, it's a two-horse race. No doubt about it. It's a two-horse race. The other political parties, I'm not too sure if we even put all their votes together, might even get 2% of the total vote at the end of the day. It's a two-horse race between the NDC and then the NPP. And so it's a two-horse race. I'm not too sure about a possible runoff, but anything is possible. If the former president pushes a little bit hard, there might possibly be a second round. But for now, it's a two-horse race. And
so before you go, just remind us of how this has been. Voting opened as early as 7 in the morning. When is this likely to be over, and when are the counting likely to begin?
The voting started at 7 a.m. The voting process is by 5 p.m. Voting should end by 5 p.m. But normally what happens is that some people do wait in the house till they come around 4 p.m. and they come and join the queue. Anyone who is in queue before 5 p.m. will be allowed to vote. So in some areas, they are likely to go beyond the 5 p.m. Statutory time that has been given for voting to end. But anyone who is in line before 5 p.m. will be allowed to vote. Those places in areas where voting started a bit late, they will go beyond the 5 p.m. But technically counting should start around 8 or 9 p.m. into the night. But by tomorrow, we should have a fair idea as to who is winning and who is losing.
So Frank Nyonator, many thanks for speaking with us here on News Central.
Thank you very much.